If your erections are getting weaker, less consistent, or even disappearing altogether, this may be the most important health message you hear all year. And please understand, age is not the only cause. The truth is, what you eat every single day could be quietly destroying your manhood. My name is Dr. Benjamin Hartwell. As a physician with over 30 years of experience in men's health, I know firsthand that what you put into your body directly affects the strength, blood flow, and vitality of your penis. I've seen thousands of patients, men who thought it was all over, yet with just a few simple changes in their daily habits, they regain the confidence and power they thought were gone forever. And today, I'm going to share with you something most doctors overlook. Here's the surprising truth. Foods that many older men are told to avoid, like red meat, nuts, and nitrate-rich leafy greens, can actually restore blood flow to the penis, boost testosterone, and make you feel more energized, firm, and powerful. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 3 foods that clinical science has proven can make a real difference, helping you achieve stronger erections, more confidence, and higher energy. And the third one, almost nobody talks about it, but it may be the key to the most satisfying experiences you've had in years. Before we begin, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on vital advice designed specifically for men over 60. And if this message resonates with you, leave a 1 in the comments. If you feel it's not for you, type 0 so I know how to serve you better. So let's start with the foundation of every erection, the one thing without which testosterone or desire mean nothing: blood flow. Here's a fact most men never hear. Erections are, first and foremost, a blood flow event. They don't just depend on desire or testosterone. They depend on whether your blood vessels can deliver enough blood to the penis, fast and strong enough to maintain an erection. Picture it. Every erection is like pumping water through a flexible hose. If the hose is clean and elastic, the flow is powerful and steady. But if years of processed foods, sugar, and inactivity have built up plaque inside, the flow weakens, sputters, and eventually stops. I've had countless men sit across from me with sad eyes, asking, "Doctor, is it really over for me?" And when we checked, many discovered their arteries had silently narrowed. What's alarming is that erectile dysfunction often shows up 3 to 5 years before a heart attack or stroke. Meaning, by paying attention to your sexual health today, you could actually be saving your heart tomorrow. The good news? I've also seen men in their 60s and 70s reverse this condition. With changes to diet and lifestyle, blood flow improved, strong mornings returned, along with confidence, energy, and even closeness in their marriages. That's why, before we talk about testosterone or any supplements, we must first talk about circulation. And the great news is, there are natural, easy-to-find foods that can widen your blood vessels, restore blood flow, and give you back your natural strength. Let's start with a small leafy green most men overlook, but which happens to be the most powerful nitric oxide pump in your kitchen. The first food is arugula, also known as rocket salad. It has a peppery taste, often ignored at the supermarket, but inside it carries a power few expect. Arugula is rich in natural nitrates, and once inside your body, nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, the compound that relaxes and widens your blood vessels. And as I said, without circulation, there can be no erection. This isn't just theory. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that a diet high in natural nitrates from leafy greens, especially arugula, can increase arterial blood flow by 19% in just 6 weeks. For a man over 60, that 19% could be the difference between firm and ready or unable. I remember a 67-year-old patient, a retired sailor. He told me bluntly, "Doctor, I think my sex life is over." Instead of handing him a prescription, I suggested he add 1 bowl of arugula salad a day, just olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. 2 weeks later, he came back smiling. "Doctor, I think my wife is more surprised than I am." We both laughed, but the important part was his confidence had returned. Arugula is easy to find, easy to eat, and its effects are profound. It not only opens blood vessels, but also supports heart and overall health. But remember, healthy blood flow is only half the battle. To maintain real strength, your body needs another kind of fuel, one that comes from the sea, proven to be a natural lubricant for both heart and penis. The second food comes from the ocean, fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These aren't just delicious, they're a natural prescription for your blood vessels. Fatty fish contain a precious nutrient, omega-3 fatty acids. They fight inflammation, lower triglycerides, improve arterial flexibility, and keep blood flow smooth. If arugula is the nitric oxide pump, then omega-3s are the lubricant for your entire circulatory system. Major studies back this up. The Journal of the American College of Cardiology, 2017, reported that men who ate fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week had a 20% lower risk of heart disease. And remember, a healthy heart means healthy erections. I remember a 72-year-old patient, a retired high school teacher. He had high cholesterol and had almost completely lost his ability to get an erection. We adjusted his diet, replacing red meat with grilled salmon twice a week. After just 2 months, the results were astonishing. His cholesterol dropped, his energy went up, and his erections returned. At his follow-up, he didn't come alone. His wife came with him, holding his hand tightly. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "Thank you, doctor. I thought our intimacy was gone forever." That moment reminded me that restoring a man's sexual health doesn't just change him, it can heal a relationship, even a family. And that's why I always emphasize, changing your diet doesn't just save your heart, it saves your deepest connection with your partner. But there's still one missing link. Even with healthy circulation and a strong heart, your body still needs key minerals to maintain testosterone, lower stress hormones, and protect your prostate. And the answer comes from something small and often forgotten in the kitchen: pumpkin seeds. The third food is often overlooked, but it carries huge power in a tiny form: pumpkin seeds. After Halloween, many people throw them away without realizing they're a natural gold mine for men over 60. Inside each pumpkin seed is a perfect blend of magnesium, zinc, and selenium, 3 essential minerals for male vitality. Magnesium relaxes and widens blood vessels for smoother circulation. Zinc is the raw material your body needs to make testosterone, the hormone that drives energy, desire, and erections. Selenium acts like a gatekeeper, protecting your prostate as you age. Unfortunately, research shows over 40% of American men over 60 are deficient in magnesium, and nearly 1/3 have low zinc levels. I see this over and over in my clinic. One 72-year-old patient came in frustrated. "Doctor, I can't get an erection anymore. I'm tired. I don't feel like myself." His tests showed both magnesium and zinc were low. Instead of prescribing more pills, I simply told him to add a 1/4 cup of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds daily, sometimes sprinkled on his morning oatmeal, sometimes just as a snack. After only 4 weeks, he came back with a big smile. "Doctor, I think I'm back." And I knew it wasn't just his body. It was his confidence, joy, and intimacy that had returned. Pumpkin seeds are simple, inexpensive, and available in any supermarket, yet their value is tremendous. Combine pumpkin seeds with arugula and fatty fish, and you already have a rock-solid foundation for blood flow, testosterone, and overall sexual health. But there's still one final piece most men overlook, and it doesn't come from your plate. It comes from the sun. Without it, no matter how well you eat, your body will never run at full power. This last piece is what I call the sunshine hormone, vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 isn't just for bones and immunity. It plays a core role in men's sexual health. It helps your body make testosterone, supports blood vessel relaxation, lowers inflammation, and even boosts nitric oxide, the very molecule we talked about with arugula. Without vitamin D3, even the best diet will only run your body at half capacity. The problem is, many men over 60 are severely deficient. A report from the National Institutes of Health shows that over 50% of older American men have vitamin D levels below recommended range. This deficiency doesn't just weaken bones and sap energy, it silently erodes sexual vitality. I remember a 65-year-old widower who came to me with a heavy heart. "Doctor, I eat healthy, I walk every day, but nothing is improving." His blood test showed dangerously low vitamin D. We started him on 5,000 IU of D3 daily, plus 15 minutes of morning sun. 3 weeks later, he returned with a whole new smile. He told me, "Not only do I have more energy, but the nights I thought were gone forever are back. That's the power of vitamin D3. Simple, easy to supplement, yet the key that unlocks the full effect of everything else. So, how do you put all this together? Arugula, fatty fish, pumpkin seeds, and vitamin D3 into a practical, easy-to-follow routine you can sustain for life. Let me show you how to build a weekly eating and lifestyle plan that can transform your health from the ground up. Because real success doesn't come from extreme changes, but from small, steady steps. Here's a simple routine many of my patients have thrived on. Monday, fresh arugula salad plus grilled salmon plus a handful of pumpkin seeds. Tuesday, lean chicken plus leafy greens plus pumpkin seeds as a snack. Wednesday, canned sardines, unsalted, plus arugula salad. Thursday, lightly seared mackerel plus mixed greens plus pumpkin seeds sprinkled on morning oatmeal. Friday, salmon plus arugula salad plus 15 minutes of sunlight. Weekend, flexible, keep 2 fish meals, 1 extra vegetable-rich meal, and pumpkin seeds daily. What matters most isn't that you follow the plan exactly day by day. It's that you create a steady rhythm so your body adapts to this new fuel. When that happens, in just a few weeks, you'll begin to notice the changes. Deeper sleep, more consistent energy, and those strong mornings you thought were long gone. And when you feel those positive signals, I want you to remember, this isn't just about food. This is about giving your body a second chance to recover, to live fully, and to reconnect with your partner. But above all, there's one more thing I want to leave you with. A mindset that can change the way you look at aging, intimacy, and manhood. If there's only one message I want you to take away from everything we've shared, it's this. Your body still has the ability to recover, to change, and to unleash new strength, no matter your age. I've worked with men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, and I can tell you with absolute honesty, age does not mean the end. It simply means your body needs the right tools to perform again. You've seen that blood flow is the foundation of every erection. You've learned how arugula can open vessels and increase nitric oxide. Fatty fish nourish your heart and keep blood flowing smoothly. Pumpkin seeds provide the minerals time tends to steal, and vitamin D3 acts as the sunlight key that ties it all together. These aren't just foods. They are fuel for your confidence, your vitality, your intimacy, and your everyday life. I've watched men walk into my clinic with hopeless eyes, only to return weeks later with radiant smiles. They didn't just regain their physical ability, they regained joy in their marriages, closeness with their families, and the belief that I still matter. And if they could do it, so can you. Remember, this is your second golden era. The years ahead don't have to be a decline. They can be a time of strength, connection, and freedom. You already have the wisdom, the experience, and the heart. Now, all you need is strong blood flow and vibrant energy to make it complete. If this video has touched you, given you hope, or even just one useful idea, please hit like so more men can find it too. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you know who might be quietly struggling with this issue. And don't forget to leave a comment. If this message speaks to you, type 1. If you're still unsure, type 0. I read every comment, and your voice helps me know how to serve you better. And if you'd like to keep walking this path with me, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm Dr. Benjamin Hartwell, and I'll be here every week to remind you it's never too late to reclaim your strength, your confidence, and your passion for life.